Chi Baba was up here talking about herself, and I was sitting in the back there and trying to figure out what I'm going to say when I'm standing here. Well, I like to begin in telling you about myself and my family and my participation in Kaho'olawe, Hui Alalo, and all the activities that have been happening on the island of Moloka'i. Again, my name is Joyce Kainoa. I have 6 children, 4 boys and 2 girls. I'm a fisherman by tradition. I was born in Hana and raised in Kaua'i, so I come from the country. Kaua'i is a beautiful place, and that's where we get our poi from. I became active in the Protect Kaho'olawe Ohana. A lot had to do with certain leaders or people who were concerned about what was happening on Kaho'olawe. For example, I saw Auntie May Helm, who's in the crowd today, and her family, and to my cousin Helm Mitchell Sr. His mother and my mother are sisters, so we are blood related. And his son, which is my cousin too, I aloha them. I aloha them in thought, in mind, and in spirit. It's very sad to go through the motions of being actively involved in the system, participating as far as the bureaucratic red tape of trespassing on Kaho'olawe, and to me it's full of bull. I have gone on Kaho'olawe, trespassed accordingly to the federal government, and they can never give me back my identity, my lifestyle, what I believe in, and all the principles that my kupunas before me have practiced. And today I say to whoever the politicians are in this crowd, you better clean up your act. A lot of things are happening today, not on Moloka'i, on Maui, Kaua'i, Big Island, a lot of things that we have kind of forsaken. Our beach access, especially on Moloka'i, there's a Kaua'i decision that was handed down by the Planning Commission. And to me, this is a farce. In other words, bull. They made a decision saying that they would come to Moloka'i and tell us if they were going to approve or disapprove an SMA permit to have CAMS Associates, 150 condominium, which Hui Alaloa in 1976, I think, did a march. And the people on Moloka'i, plus those who flew in to participate, their struggles of going down to that beach to open it up for public access. The public, mind you. And the decision was heartening. It was like a defeat that the county, Maui County Planning Commission decided otherwise, not to listen to the people. They decided in favor of the big bucks. I get angry at a lot of things that I see statewide because we get affected. I get affected. I live in a very isolated valley called Pelikunu. It's on the north shores of Moloka'i. I live in complete isolation. The only way that you can get to me is by hiking for 7 hours, going by boat 9 miles from Halawa Bay to, let's see, Kalvanui, or chartering a helicopter, which costs bucks too, but that's the only way you can get to me. And me and my family, my children, friends of mine, and those who are here today, I have owned a lot to the Protect Kaho'olawe Ohana and Hui Alaloa for the following reasons. When I trespassed on Kaho'olawe, according to the bureaucrats, I felt that something was missing. There were too many things that were happening publicly in the newspaper that the Navy were saying that I didn't believe that was really happening, bombing 11 square miles. It is not a pile of rocks. It's Aina, land. The land is ours. It's our life. It's our roots. It's our beginning. And it's our end. And this is to be used as an example statewide, because we don't have many things to enjoy as far as our lands that has been abused, desecrated, and exploited. From the valley that I live with my family, we practice the Aloha Aina concept, which means malama da Aina. You cannot only talk about it. You will have to prove it to the state and the bureaucrats that you can live off the land. I don't advise it for everybody to use this particular lifestyle to practice, not here on Oahu. It's very difficult to find land. You either mix up with the zoning or the particular laws that kind of keep you from doing what you want to do, what you want to practice. Be in tune with the land, to be in tune with nature, to live in harmony with your neighbors, your friends, your families. We have all forgotten how to care about each other. And it's very difficult because you cannot sell it. It comes from the heart. It comes from within. And we have it. Our ancestors have it. The sharing. The sharing is a task that the young people of today, the generation now, must understand this deep love. I do not call it aloha, because it can be misinterpreted in many ways. Love that cannot be explained in words, because we all have it. And when you see someone in trouble, whether the person is a family or relative or friend, or you don't know who it is, you go out and extend a helping hand, even if the person doesn't like you at all. You prove to yourself that you got more to give and you are not afraid. I like to leave this, I don't like what, mana'o, or this saying that we live in fear today. We fear the government, we fear the military and their bombing practices, their nuclear weapons, and everything else that's coming down on the whole society, the whole world. And if you overcome and say to yourself, the only way that they can put you away is put a bullet in your head, you have made one step forward. That's mean you are not afraid anymore. The only person or almighty that you should be afraid of is Akua. He himself will decide. Mankind will either be here today or tomorrow gone. And I don't have any fear. I'm not afraid of the state government, the county government, or the federal government, because I've gone through the process. And I don't advise anybody to go through the process, but I have learned a lot from it. And for Kaho'olawe, the Ohana, Hui Alaloa, it sets a stepping stone for the people to come together, to unite, and to help each other. Whether it's Kaho'olawe, whether it's the condominiums, whether we're fighting developments of Moloka'i, no matter where it is in the state, you are accountable to it. You should be responsible for what happens on all the Aina in the state. It does not mean that I come from Moloka'i, that when I come down here to the legislature to protest of what is happening statewide, because the laws affect us statewide. I am concerned because what happens here on Oahu is followed up on the neighbor islands. And I feel sad for the people who live here on Oahu, living in the front yard of the bureaucratic red tape, have to suffer along with it and be diverted from the source of the problem. The problem is not created by the people. The problem is created by the legislature and the government. You must understand that. The people do not create the problem. The law is created, and the legislature is the one that creates the law that you are supposed to upheld. And in closing, again, I'm proud to be here. And in spirit, I say aloha to you folks that are gathered here for this memory of Brother George Helm and Kimo Mitchell. And my love and my spiritual guidance go to Auntie May and my cousin Kunihi Mitchell Sr. And may the Lord be with you all. Thank you.
Joyce Kainoa.